We have Merrill in Holiday on line 3. Merrill, you're on.
Yeah, thanks for taking my call, Shawn.
You're welcome.
Talked to you a couple of weeks ago.
Oh, good.
Just wanted to make a couple of points. It's best expressed in Bruce R. McConaughey's Mormon doctrine under the item of plural marriage. From such fragmentary scriptural records as are now available, we learn that the Lord did command some of his ancient prophets to practice polygamy, plural marriage. Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob, among others, who conformed to this ennobling and exalting principle. The whole history of ancient Israel was one in which plurality of wives was a divinely accepted and approved order of matrimony. And then just a little bit later on, he comments on Wilford Woodruff's manifesto in 1890. At that time, Elder McConaughey mentions that the conditions were such that the Lord, by revelation, withdrew the commandment to continue the practice, and President Wilford Woodruff issued the manifesto directing that it cease.
Mm-hmm.
So
in 1890.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. So it has ceased as in regards to a mortal marriage. I understand you're commenting on ceilings in the temple, and that you are correct there.
Right.
But as far as mortality,
I know mortality. You're right.
A man is only to have one wife.
You're right. But let me ask you this: in that sense, what do you think? What message do you think I'm getting across? One, the doctrine's still in the Doctrine and Covenants that teaches it.
But it has been terminated.
The mortal practice. So I agree with that.
In the present by Wilford Woodruff.
By Wilford Woodruff. One thing, Merrill, just as a sideline, you should read D. Michael Quinn's research on the 1890s manifesto and exactly how that went down, really before you support that it was terminated then. I mean, it's really quite a picture. But I really don't want to go down that road. All I want to say is, imagine that you teach your kids, you know what, kids? I'm sorry for this example. It's at the top of my head. Doing drugs is wrong. Smoking pot is just the best thing in the world, and it's part of God's plan. But it's not for this world. The prophets told us it's not of this. Now, they used to do it, and they loved it, and it was great. And we know that God does it, and he's into it, and we know that when we die, we're going to do it. But right now, the prophets said smoking pot's not good. What message are you giving to the kids as they grow up and they learn this stuff?
Yeah, and I see your point there,
yeah,
Shawn. However, again, it was practiced in the Old Testament.
No, it wasn't. What I mean by it wasn't sanctioned by God, Merrill. That is not true. Not true.
We'll have to respectfully disagree.
We can respectfully disagree. I would, but I got to go on. But I understand your points. I just stand categorically that God never sanctioned polygamous marriage in the Bible. Somebody call and give me the quote where God says it. We'll go from there. Merrill, call back another time. Thanks for your call.
Sure, Shawn.
Okay, man. See you later.